will be presented with his plaque by board member Pat Currington Jr.
Truly an honor. It's just as John was saying. John, I thought you were going to leave me some minutes. You were going to get up here and get off pretty quick, but I thought I was going to get a couple extra minutes. But I'm going to. This is really a great occasion, and it's something that I'm very, very proud of. And Mr. Currington, I couldn't think of anybody that I'd rather present me that than you. But I'm going to borrow a line that I learned about a week or 2 weeks ago, and looking at all this stuff that we've done that I heard Bill Jones use at Asbury graduation. He said, you know, these accolades and this kind of thing is something. It's kind of like the old woman that went to her husband's funeral. The preacher came out and started telling everybody how great this man was and all the things that he did. A little while she decided she'd get up and go peek in and make sure she was at the right funeral. So that's kind of how I feel up here at this time. Growing up in Marshall County, I was always around basketball or sports or athletics, and I agree with everything John said. Teammates, coaches. I mean, what better way could a young coach and a young player grow up than with Gene Bartow, Bill Jones, two of the best ever in the business, and Shannon Sloan, all Hall of Fame coaches. Coach Sloan, I wish could have been here tonight. He's a very special person to me, and he means a lot to me. But I tell you a story about Coach Sloan, and all of you that know him will understand this. But Coach Sloan, I was in the 7th grade at the middle school, and everybody was scared of Coach Sloan. Coach Sloan, when you walked by his truck, it was usually dirty because it was a work truck and it had Rattler written on the side of it, which somebody had written with their finger. So that was the reputation Coach Sloan had. But I was in the 7th grade. All I wanted to imagine this was a basketball for Christmas, a leather basketball that was an NBA ball with wide seams. That's what I wanted. And thank goodness Santa Claus had a machine that made those things. So anyway, I ended up with the basketball back to school at the middle school. I was going to go shoot basketball at the Coliseum after practice. Well, any of you that have been around athletics for a long time know that practices after Christmas are pretty tough in the game of basketball when you're getting back ready to play. Well, Coach had the varsity running, and there I am, a 7th grader with my new basketball. Couldn't wait to get there. Go over and start shooting. And about the time it was getting pretty intense, Coach Sloan was using some words that I can't use here, but it was a pretty intense situation. My basketball came off the rim and it rolled across the floor right in front of the guys who was tripping and running. So I had to think quick. I did. I had to think fast on my toes, and I did. I ran out the door and I ran 3 miles to my house and left my basketball there with Coach Sloan. That night the phone rings. My dad answers the phone. He comes and looks at me and says, son, he says, where's your basketball? The pit, it was a sick feeling. Coach Sloan said he's got it at his office. You come get it after school tomorrow, the longest day of my life. I waited, and finally the bell rung. And the day before, it took me about 2 minutes to get to the gym. I think it took me 3 hours to walk across the track at Albertville High School. I was scared to death. I walked through the door, and I could see Coach Sloan's feet up on the desk, and I stood there for a little while longer too because I knew I was dead. But I stuck my head in the door, and I said, I'll never forget it as long as I live. Coach picked up the basketball and he threw it to me, and he said, son, you come shoot anytime you want. And we had that kind of relationship. But the thing I would like to say about Albertville High School back during the day, and growing up in Marshall County, I was able to, for years, to go and recruit. And by the way, I'm so glad Bill Burgess is here. I can't wait to see you, Coach. But anyway, you know, I had the opportunity to go and recruit in a lot of different areas all over the country. And if you ever have any complaints about Marshall County, you should have been with me in some of these places. We are lucky and blessed to be in a place that we're in to raise our kids and to play athletics and to have schools that we do. But very blessed. I've been very blessed over the years. I'd like to recognize I had everything written out and I hadn't taken it out of my pocket. So I tell you kind of where I'm going. But out of all this stuff that you see here, this is the most important thing to me. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Is my wife, Roseanne, who it says is the assistant principal at Gunnersville High School because this thing's a little bit old. But I'm very proud of her. She was just named last week, a week and a half ago, as the first female principal at Gunnersville High School. So I'm very proud of her. John Dudley Chandler and my daughter Amanda right here, I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate going into this with these guys that are in this class. I tell you, it's something, and this is a first class thing, and I'll be coming back every year. Appreciate Charlie and Coach Ferguson. Coach, I can't call you Dr. Ferguson. I don't know where you're at. You're always a big coach to me. And you taught Rod Rudolph how to jump, didn't you? But I appreciate it, and I appreciate this honor, and all the other people that are going in also. And God bless you, and each one for coming. Thank you.